brighten your eyes. Hello everyone. It's your health expert, Dr. John. Are there any of you who haven't subscribed yet? Please press subscribe and like right now. And don't forget to share the video with your dear friends and family. I'll continue to provide only the best health information. Recently, the number of people suffering from dementia has significantly increased. Not only among the middle-aged and elderly, but also dementia in the young population of people in their 20s and 30s is becoming a serious issue. The primary cause of dementia is, indeed, dietary habits. Every food has its best matches. That can enhance the absorption of nutrients and bad combinations that can harm our bodies. Knowing this and applying it to our dietary habits is the best choice for our health. Today's star is the superfood, eggs, known for their high-quality protein, various minerals, vitamins, and numerous nutrients. But did you know, depending on what you eat with eggs, it can harm your health and even lead to cancer and dementia? That's why I've prepared this. In today's video, we will reveal 3 foods you should absolutely avoid eating with eggs to prevent cancer and dementia. And also share 3 best ways to eat eggs that not only prevent cancer and dementia but also brighten your eyes. Firstly, the food you should absolutely never eat with eggs is flour and bread. You may consume a lot of egg bread and flour. And eggs are indeed essential ingredients for making bread. However, this combination is really bad for preventing cancer and dementia. Eggs contain a component called choline, which is a type of vitamin B group. This is why eggs are called brain food. Choline is beneficial for memory and concentration enhancement. And, as a vitamin B complex, constitutes up to 30% of brain cell components, activating brain functions to improve memory and concentration, and is used in the prevention and treatment of forgetfulness, dementia, Alzheimer's, etc. It's even highly effective in reducing inflammation in the body, thus preventing cancer. However, there's something that works in direct opposition to the action of choline. That's right, flour. When you eat bread, which is primarily made of carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises and creates a lot of sugar toxins. These sugar toxins attack brain cells. If you eat bread and eggs together, it's like a war in your body. The choline in the eggs tries to create a protective barrier for the brain cells, while the sugar toxins from the bread try to penetrate this barrier to attack the brain cells. Moreover, if you frequently consume flour-based foods like noodles, bread, egg tart, spaghetti, and white rice, and are already in a state of high blood sugar, the problem becomes more serious. With high insulin resistance and chronic inflammation already filling your body, choline's efforts to protect us become futile. This internal battle can lead to cardiovascular diseases like hypertension and arteriosclerosis, issues with insulin secretion leading to diabetes, and chronic inflammation can cause cancer, dementia, and brain diseases. Therefore, it's better to opt for whole wheat bread or healthy vegan breads that are not made with refined flour to eat with eggs. The first best companion for eggs is none other than the pumpkin. Eggs and pumpkins make a really great pairing, especially since the protein in eggs helps with absorption in our body. Moreover, when you consume the fiber from pumpkins along with the calcium in eggs, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing a sense of calm and easing anxiety and tension. It also reduces physical tension, bringing stability to both our body and mind. It's often said that stress is the root of all illnesses. Eating eggs with pumpkin helps relieve stress and fatigue in the body. Additionally, consuming pumpkin, which converts to vitamin A in the body, is especially good for eye health. Working together with the abundant lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids found in eggs, it provides powerful antioxidant action that not only protects the retina, but can also significantly reduce the incidence of degenerative eye diseases, like glaucoma and macular degeneration. If your eyes have been feeling blurry or your vision cloudy, try eating eggs with pumpkin. Recommended recipes include pumpkin pancakes or tarts, pumpkin egg rolls, and pumpkin egg soup. Secondly, the foods you should absolutely never eat with eggs are soy milk and tofu. Some people eat soy milk and eggs together as a breakfast substitute, and many consume them for weight loss and diet purposes. Also, there are those who boil warm soy soup and break a raw egg into it to eat together. However, eggs and soy milk should not be mixed. This is due to the trypsin inhibitor found in soy milk. Trypsin, a component in soybeans, the raw material of soy milk, combines with avidin in egg whites, destroying the nutrients. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein, which not only helps prevent muscle loss and sarcopenia in the elderly, making muscles stronger, but also contain abundant vitamins and minerals. When consumed with soy milk, these beneficial nutrients cannot be absorbed, so they should not be eaten together. If your throat feels blocked when eating eggs, it's much better to have them with milk or water. And there's one more thing to remember. Have you ever had tea, like green tea or black tea, with eggs? That's a big no. Drinking tea after eating eggs, because your throat feels dry and clogged, causes the tannins in the tea leaves to combine with the egg's proteins, forming tannin-protein complexes. This slows down intestinal peristalsis, worsens the intestinal environment, and leads to constipation. The most frightening aspect is that it increases the body's absorption potential for toxic substances and carcinogens. Therefore, tea and soy milk should absolutely not be consumed with eggs. It's best to have them with water or milk. Then, the second best companion for eggs is none other than cheese. Cheese not only tastes great but also is nutritionally the best match with eggs. Eggs are called a complete food because they contain many nutrients. But relative to dairy products, they are very low in calcium. Dairy products are rich in calcium, so when consumed with eggs, they can complement each other. Especially since cheese is made by fermenting milk. The fermentation process with probiotics reduces the protein content, allowing you to complement each other's nutrition without excessively consuming protein. Lastly, the third worst companion for eggs is apricot. You might not often eat apricot with eggs, but it's really important to remember because it can be dangerous. Apricot and dried apricots are often consumed as a dessert. Eating apricots after eggs can cause mild symptoms like headaches, diarrhea, vomiting, and signs of food poisoning. In severe cases, it can lead to acute gastroenteritis and even B-sores. The reason is due to tannin, the component that gives apricots their astringent taste, which impairs the digestive function of proteins. Tannin, a type of phenolic compound, clumps together with proteins in the mouth, stomach, and digestive system. It also inhibits the action of protein-degrading enzymes in the body, making it really dangerous to consume with eggs. The third best companion for eggs is none other than apples. Eggs contain a variety of nutrients but are lacking in vitamin C and dietary fiber. Apples are very rich in both vitamin C and dietary fiber. Especially, dietary fiber helps with bowel movement by aiding the intestinal movement, and also helps expel bad cholesterol from the body, preventing cardiovascular diseases such as arteriosclerosis, heart disease, and stroke. Particularly, it aids in the digestion of proteins. Some people feel like their stomach is clogged and have difficulty digesting after eating eggs. In such cases, accompanying them with an apple can stimulate the secretion of gastric juices, aiding in digestion and absorption. Lastly, the way eggs are cooked is also very important. When consuming eggs, it's crucial to prepare them in a way that preserves as many nutrients as possible without destroying them. Firstly, eating raw eggs is not recommended due to the risk of food poisoning. Also, frying eggs is not advisable. Both steaming and boiling are good methods, but it's better to consume eggs that are soft-boiled rather than hard-boiled to the point of being rubbery. Furthermore, when making fried eggs, it's recommended to use oils with a high content of omega-3, such as olive oil or flaxseed oil. We've explored the 3 worst and best foods to eat with eggs for cancer and dementia prevention. Then, it's time to summarize. Rather than eat eggs with flour like bread, choose pumpkin to consume the best benefits out of it. Do not eat eggs with soy products like soy milk or tofu, choose cheese with eggs. And never eat eggs with apricot, but eat with apples. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you remember and take good care of your health with this information. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. Also, share the video with your dear family and friends. I will always pray for your health and happiness. I will continue to greet you with more useful and informative health information. This has been your Dr. John. Thank you. Did you know eating onions with certain foods can lead to cancer and dementia? Onions, which are healthy, can be paired with foods that enhance or worsen their benefits. It's important to eat onions the right way to get their health benefits. Pairing them with the wrong foods can harm your health instead. Today, we're diving into a shocking health revelation that you need to know. According to recent findings by the World Health Organization, combining onions with certain foods can significantly increase your risk of cancer and dementia. But don't worry, we're not just here to scare you. So today, we're going to find out 3 foods that are the worst to eat with onions, and 3 that are the best, all to help prevent cancer and dementia. Hello everyone. I'm your Dr. John. Are there still some of you who haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe and like right now. Please share this video with your loved ones and introduce them to your Dr. John. I promise that I will keep bringing you the best health information. When we eat, we do not just consume one ingredient. In every dish, ingredients complement each other's flavors and nutrients. But just because the flavors match well, it doesn't mean that the nutrients do too. Eating foods with bad combinations can harm your body, and might even lead to serious issues like cancer and dementia. Every natural ingredient has its own beneficial nutrients. Knowing them well and including them in your diet is the best habit for your health. Your Dr. John will always be here for your healthier habits and happier lives. Today's star is the onion, known as the elixir of the dining table. Onions have far more incredible benefits than you might know. They were famous as a source of energy for workers who built the Great Pyramids, one of the world's wonders. It's said that eating an onion a day keeps the doctor away, showing just how amazing this food is. Also, it's believed that the reason why Chinese people who eat a lot of greasy food have a lower incidence of heart disease is because of onions. Onions are really good for your body, especially in the weather like now, when our energy is low. You should reach for onions before any other tonic food. The thiosulfonates in onions promote the absorption of vitamin B1, which is closely related to energy metabolism, and are incredibly effective for fatigue recovery. Moreover, the spicy component, allicin, acts as a sedative, making it great for preventing insomnia caused by stress and for stabilizing the mind and body. If you have a sleep disorder and depression, onion is the best solution for you. And onions are also rich in folate, which is very important for brain health. They help increase blood flow to the brain, supplying more oxygen and nutrients, and are excellent for preventing dementia and Alzheimer's. Especially, onions have a famous nickname, the cleaner of blood vessels. They contain quercetin, which lowers bad cholesterol levels, making them very effective in preventing arteriosclerosis, cardiovascular diseases, and any kinds of adult diseases. Additionally, they not only absorb and remove harmful substances from the body, but also break down fats, so you can enjoy the benefits of losing weight too. But wait! Did you know that even healthy onions can be harmful when eaten with certain foods? So, let's find out together. We'll look at the 3 worst foods to eat with onions that could negatively impact, and the 3 best foods to pair with onions. At first, let's talk about the worst way to eat onions for your health. Onion juice. Many of you drink health juices for your well-being, and onion juice is quite popular. Onions rich in chromium are great for activating insulin functions, making them particularly beneficial for blood sugar control and diabetics. Onions even help with collagen formation, boosting skin elasticity, anti-aging, scalp health, and preventing hair loss. But here's a crucial point. Even the best onions change when juiced. It's a completely different story. Diabetics and those with weak kidneys must avoid onion juice at all costs. When onions are juiced, the sugar content increases due to concentration. Since there's no need to chew, nutrients are absorbed faster, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar. Also, onion juice is high in potassium. Those with kidney diseases should be cautious, as their bodies can't effectively eliminate potassium, leading to its accumulation in the body. Excess potassium can cause the heart to beat excessively, and in severe cases, lead to sudden death. If you regularly take aspirin or medications for high blood pressure, onion juice can increase the risk of bleeding, so it's best to avoid it. Adding to that, for those with a sensitive stomach, concentrated onion juice can worsen acid reflux, so it's better to stay clear of it. This is the trap of health juices. It's generally better to avoid concentrated juices, like onion juice. If you must have it in liquid form, try brewing onion peel tea instead. The antioxidant components are abundant in the onion peel, so remember this alternative. So, how should we eat onions? At this point, the first best food, perfect pairing with onion would be meat. Chewing your food well is key to getting the most out of it. If you cook onions and chew them properly, the dietary fiber and other nutrients in onions work in harmony. But when concentrated into juice, it can do more harm than good to your body. So, the food that's great to eat with onions is none other than meat. As we age, many of us find it harder to digest meat, often experiencing bloating. It's crucial to eat meat with onions. One of the spicy compounds in onions, dal-L sulfide, stimulates the mucous membranes of the stomach and intestines, boosting the secretion of digestive juices. This makes onions really good for digestion. When cooked with meat, the alkaline nature of onions combines with the proteins in meat. This not only neutralizes the specific smell of the meat but also cleanses the blood, making it an excellent combination. Moreover, when you eat onions and meat together, the vitamin B1 in the meat interacts with allicin in the onions to form L-thiamine. This boosts energy production and is really good for fatigue recovery. And let's not forget about the antibacterial properties of onions. Onions are highly effective against Salmonella and E. coli, the common culprits of food poisoning. This makes onions a top food that you must include in your diet. Secondly, the worst food combination with onions is, surprisingly, honey. There was a time when onion and honey pickles were popular, and many people enjoyed them. But eating onions with honey can be truly dangerous. The volatile compound in onions, thiosulfonates, can cause gas formation when consumed. Eating them with honey can worsen your eyesight. And in severe cases, it could even lead to blindness. So, it's essential to avoid consuming them together. While it's not common to eat honey and onions together, sometimes honey is used instead of sugar in dressings for dishes that include onions. So, it's important to remember this and be cautious. Now, the second best food to pair with onions is vinegar. Onions strengthen blood vessel and improve circulation, making them extremely effective in preventing and treating high blood pressure, arteriosclerosis, and heart diseases. Not only that, they're also great for cancer prevention and stimulating insulin secretion, helping in diabetes prevention. When onions and vinegar come together, their medicinal effects are significantly enhanced. The main component of vinegar, acetic acid, serves as a raw material for adrenal cortex hormones in the human body, performing sterilization and detoxification functions. Moreover, the combination of the nerve-calming effects of onions and the stress-relieving actions of vinegar creates an incredible synergy when consumed together. So, try onion pickles and vinegar. They're not only delicious, but also very beneficial for your health. Pay attention, this is a key point for today. Another recommendation I have for you is onion wine, which is really good for your body. It's a miraculous way to absorb every antioxidant in onions. The thing is, these beneficial flavonoids in onions don't dissolve well in water, so even if you consume them, they're not effectively absorbed by our bodies, and are often deactivated by intestinal bacteria. However, when fermented with alcohol, these components are released into the wine, maximizing their absorption in the body. In fact, according to a research paper published by Professor Wei-Fang Chu from Taiwan, a 10-week consumption of onion wine significantly improved blood cholesterol levels. For your health, why not try making onion wine and have a glass daily? Lastly, the third worst way to eat onions for your health is onion rings or fried onions. We often see beautifully fried whole onions or onion rings at fast food restaurants these days. Even healthy onions, when fried, are definitely bad for your body. This is mainly because they are typically fried at high temperatures, resulting in a high content of trans fats compared to other foods. Consuming a lot of trans fats lowers good cholesterol levels and raises bad cholesterol levels. Also, when onions are battered and fried, glycotoxins. These glycotoxins attack our brain cells and cause inflammation. Continually eating such fried foods can lead to chronic inflammation throughout the body. And, ultimately, increase the risk of cardiovascular and brain diseases. For cancer and dementia prevention, it's crucial to avoid fried foods. So, what should we eat with onions then? Now, let me recommend the third and final best food to pair with onions. Whole grains and brown rice. Brown rice and whole grains are rich in iron and zinc. When zinc, abundantly found in whole grains, is combined with the sulfur compounds in onions, it greatly enhances immunity. If you've been suffering from frequent coughs and easily catching colds, it's important to include onions and whole grains in your diet. Try eating whole wheat bread with onion soup, or have a side dish containing onions with a mixed grain rice. It's a really great combination. Lastly, let me share some top health tips for cooking onions. First, lightly frying onions in oil helps in better absorption of nutrients. For this, it's best to use oils that don't oxidize easily, like olive oil or canola oil. Also, rather than cooking onions immediately after cutting them, it's beneficial to let them sit at room temperature for about 15 to 30 minutes. This is because when onions are exposed to oxygen, their spicy sulfur compounds convert into enzymes that are beneficial for the body. These enzymes actively boost metabolism and are much better at preventing blood clots. So remember this tip. So far, we've explored 3 foods that are the worst to pair with onions, and 3 that are the best. Then it's time to summarize. Instead of honey, onions should be eaten with vinegar and wine. And rather than consuming concentrated onion juice, it's much better to cook onions with meat and chew them well. Also, avoid eating onions as fried food. Stir-frying them lightly with whole grains is a much healthier choice. What do you think? I hope you enjoy onions in the healthiest combinations and protect your well-being. Thanks for sticking with us through this eye-opening exploration of onions and their health impacts. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What are some habits you think might be affecting your brain health? Drop your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. It's always inspiring to see how we can all learn from each other's journeys towards better health. Take care of your health, and remember, every small change in your diet can lead to significant improvements in your life. We can't wait to see you in the next video where we'll uncover more surprising health facts. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. Did you know eating tomato with certain foods can lead to cancer and dementia? Tomatoes, which are healthy, can be paired with foods that enhance or worsen their benefits. It's important to eat tomatoes the right way to get their health benefits. Pairing them with the wrong foods can harm your health instead. So today, we're going to find out 3 foods that are the worst to eat with tomatoes, and 3 that are the best, all to help prevent cancer and dementia. Hello everyone, I'm your Dr. John. Are there still some of you who haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe and like right now. Please share this video with your loved ones and introduce them to your Dr. John. I promise that I will keep bringing you the best health information. When we eat, we do not just consume one ingredient. In every dish, ingredients complement each other's flavors and nutrients. But just because the flavors match well, it doesn't mean that the nutrients do too. Eating foods with bad combinations can harm your body, and might even lead to serious issues like cancer and dementia. Every natural ingredient has its own beneficial nutrients. Knowing them well and including them in your diet is the best habit for your health. Your Dr. John will always be here for your healthier habits and happier lives. Today's star is the tomato. Ranked among the top 10 superfoods by Time magazine, a true miracle food. Tomatoes are rich in nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and dietary fiber. They're lycopene, an antioxidant. There's even a fun saying that goes, when tomatoes ripen red, doctors turn pale, implying that eating tomatoes keeps you healthy enough to stay away from doctors. But wait! Did you know that even with health-boosting tomatoes, there are foods that can harm your health when eaten together? So, let's find out together. We'll look at the 3 worst foods to eat with tomatoes that could negatively impact, and the 3 best foods to pair with tomatoes. First off, the absolute worst combination with tomatoes is sugar. Are you surprised? On hot summer days, it's not uncommon to sprinkle a generous amount of sugar on tomatoes, add some ice, and enjoy them sweetly, or even pickle them in sugar. But let me tell you, sugar and tomatoes are a terrible match. This is because sugar destroys the nutritional value of tomatoes. Even if you're eating them for health, sprinkling sugar on top negates all benefits. When we eat, the body uses vitamin B to break down sugar. So when you sprinkle sugar on tomatoes, it uses up the vitamin B in the tomatoes, reducing the amount that gets absorbed by our body. Moreover, the intake of sugar raises blood sugar levels, which is an even bigger problem. We all know sugar is bad for our health, right? Of course, having tomatoes sprinkled with a bit of sugar once in a while isn't a problem. However, our diet isn't about just one food item, it's about the bigger picture. The issue arises when we consume refined carbohydrates and sugar-raising meals regularly and then top it off with sugary foods for dessert. According to data analyzed by the FDA regarding our national sugar intake, we're already exceeding the recommended amounts in our regular meals. And the habit of having sweet desserts is causing our yearly sugar consumption to seriously spike. Frequently consuming foods loaded with sugar can actually shrink your brain, especially the hippocampus, which is the center of memory. Guess what happens when your brain shrinks? Since the hippocampus is crucially related to brain functions such as reasoning, planning, judgment, and memory, this definitely increases the risk of dementia. And beyond type 2 diabetes, it can even raise the risk of cancer. For the sake of your health, it's crucial to cut down on sugar intake starting today. So, how should we enjoy tomatoes? The first best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is, surprisingly, salt. Sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? You might be thinking, sugar and salt. Both are bad for health and should be reduced. Of course, consuming them in large amounts is not really good, but pairing tomatoes with a little salt is beneficial. Especially since tomatoes are very rich in vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production and fighting cancer. Not only does it protect your health, but it also keeps your skin healthy and youthful. However, the issue is that the vitamin C in tomatoes easily oxidizes when it comes into contact with oxygen in the air. Sprinkling salt on the cut surface of tomatoes creates a thin barrier that helps prevent the oxidation of vitamin C. Still worried about sodium and blood pressure? Tomatoes are very rich in potassium, which lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. When you sprinkle salt on tomatoes, it balances out the potassium and sodium, leading to a positive effect on cell and energy metabolism. Furthermore, the salt sprinkled on tomatoes is expelled from the body through the diuretic action of potassium. Doesn't significantly increase blood pressure or cause other side effects. Feel free to enjoy it without worry. Secondly, the absolute no-go when it comes to pairing with tomatoes is spinach. You might think it's beneficial to eat foods rich in vitamin C, like tomatoes, with iron-rich spinach, especially if you have anemia or diabetes. And you're right. However, for those with weak kidneys, this combination is particularly harmful. The issue lies with oxalates. Tomatoes, which can accumulate calcium in the body, are rich in oxalates. And when it comes to oxalates, spinach is perhaps the most notorious source. Even if you're not familiar with the name. You probably know that spinach should always be blanched in boiling water before eating. When oxalates bind with calcium in the blood, they form small, sharp crystals that accumulate in the body and can lead to stones. This can cause muscle pain, reduced muscle strength, and even lead to kidney stones and cancer. Blanching or boiling can effectively remove oxalates. So those with weak kidneys should make sure to cook spinach and tomatoes this way. Pay attention here. There's an even bigger reason not to mix tomatoes and spinach. Iron in spinach can interfere with the absorption of lycopene from tomatoes. The reason tomatoes are hailed as a superfood is precisely because of this lycopene content. Lycopene is a miraculous ingredient that acts as a powerful antioxidant, reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in the body and preventing cancer. Research has shown that lycopene has incredible effects in preventing various cancers, including lung, prostate, breast, and colon cancer. It's also great for vascular health, offering protection against arteriosclerosis and cardiovascular diseases. However, according to research from an American medical team, consuming tomatoes with spinach can cut the absorption rate of this miraculous ingredient, lycopene, by half. So, from now on, it's best to avoid eating tomatoes and spinach together. Instead of spinach, the second best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is the king of proteins, meat. In fact, tomatoes pair wonderfully with all proteins, including eggs, meat, and tofu. While tomatoes are packed with vitamins, beta-carotene, lycopene, and minerals, there's just one thing they lack: the protein. Pairing them with high-quality proteins perfectly complements their nutritional profile. Among these, meat, in particular, is highly recommended. Hold on a moment. Are there any of you who believe consuming meat is bad for your health? Not at all. As you age, it's essential to include meat in your diet. The main reason is protein. Protein is a crucial component of our body, forming cells, muscles, enzymes, and hormones. A lack of protein intake can lead to harming your dental health by receding gums or causing hair loss, and an inability to produce enough immune cells or antibodies to fight diseases. Of course, beans and tofu are excellent sources of protein. But plant-based proteins often lack essential amino acids or have them in smaller quantities. Animal proteins like meat are much more easily absorbed by the body than plant-based proteins, making them increasingly important as digestion weakens with age. Moreover, protein affects not just the muscles in our body but also the muscles in our mind. Tryptophan found in meat is a precursor to serotonin, known as the happiness hormone, making it excellent for depression and mental health. Especially, the vitamin B found in pork activates brain functions, preventing dementia. But pay attention here. There's one issue with consuming such beneficial meat. Our body's fluids are alkaline, while meat is acidic. This is where our star, the tomato, comes into play. Tomatoes, being a representative alkaline food, when eaten with acidic meat, greatly aid in protein digestion and reduce stomach stress, making them a perfect match. Plus, the rich fiber content in tomatoes helps maintain a regular digestive system and prevents constipation, ensuring gastrointestinal health. The third worst tomato-based food for your health is tomato ketchup. Ketchup is the most famous sauce, often paired with fries or processed foods. While these foods are problematic in themselves, ketchup adds to the issue. A single tablespoon of ketchup contains about 4 grams of sugar, which is more than what's found in many chocolate snacks. But that's not all. A closer look at the nutritional content of ketchup reveals it's full of high fructose corn syrup, salt, synthetic colorants, and spices, including numerous sweeteners and food additives. Some people believe that ketchup, containing tomatoes, is healthier compared to other sauces. However, the tomatoes in ketchup, due to processing and various additives, have already had their nutrients destroyed. So, the third and ultimate pairing I recommend with tomatoes is definitely olive oil. Here's an interesting tip. Tomatoes actually offer more health benefits when cooked rather than eaten raw. This is because heating tomatoes breaks down their cell walls. allowing the antioxidant lycopene to dissolve more easily. Now, here's the kicker. You can dramatically increase the absorption of lycopene by up to 9 times simply by cooking tomatoes in olive oil. Lycopene loves fat because it's fat-soluble, meaning it's absorbed much better with fats. And olive oil, rich in omega-3s, is the perfect companion. Olive oil's oleic acid is a good fat that helps lower bad LDL cholesterol and protect your heart. It also helps increase the good HDL cholesterol, keeping your heart and blood vessels healthy. Plus, the polyphenols in olive oil create a powerful synergy with tomatoes' lycopene, turning this combo into a top-notch cancer fighter. Tomatoes are special because the way you cook them changes their nutritional value. Eat tomatoes raw for vitamin C. Or cook them to get even more lycopene benefits. So, whether you're adding fresh tomatoes to a salad with some olive oil or cooking them, always use olive oil to get the most benefits. So far, we've explored 3 foods that are the worst to pair with tomatoes, and 3 that are the best. Then it's time to summarize. Skip the sugar with tomatoes, and go for a sprinkle of salt instead. Instead of pairing them with oxalate-rich spinach, opt for protein-packed meats. And ditch the tomato ketchup, in favor of cooking with olive oil. How does that sound? I hope by choosing the right companions for the nutritious tomato, and preparing them well, you'll safeguard your health. Thank you so much for having fun with me. If you found today's guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And please, do share this video with your loved ones. I'll always be here praying for your health and happiness. This has been your Dr. John. Thank you. You've probably heard a lot about how drinking 3 cups of coffee a day is good for your health. But wait. Doing so might actually harm your health. Especially when you have it with this. Did you know that having coffee with certain things can lead to cancer and dementia? Even your daily coffee has its best and worst food matches. So, I've got you covered. For cancer and dementia prevention, I'll share with you the 3 worst foods to have with coffee. And the 3 best foods that go perfectly with it. Hello there. I'm your Dr. John. Are there anyone who haven't subscribed yet? Hit subscribe and like right now. Please share this video with your loved ones. And introduce them to your Dr. John. I promise to keep bringing you the best health information. These days, it's often said we're living in a coffee state, with our nation being among the world's top coffee consumers. The passion for coffee here is truly remarkable. The coffee we enjoy 2-3 times a day is packed with benefits. Not just for diabetes and dementia prevention but also for fighting cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Plus, the stimulating effect of caffeine adds vitality and energy to our daily life. The delightful and rich aroma of coffee boosts dopamine production, enhancing mood and even helping with depression. But did you know? Even coffee, as beneficial as it is, can be harmful when paired with certain foods. So, let's dive into the 3 worst food pairings with coffee for cancer and dementia prevention. And the 3 best pairings that can help extend our lives healthily. First off, the worst choice to pair with your coffee is, surprisingly, sweet coffee drinks like vanilla lattes. Many of you might grab one of these sweetened coffee drinks after a meal, right? When you look at what's in them. Beyond the coffee, you find a huge amount of sugar, powdered creamers, and other synthetic additives. Putting aside the freshness of the coffee granules, the excessive amount of sugar is the biggest issue. You already know sugar isn't good for you. But why are sweet coffee drinks particularly bad for your health? It's mainly because you have them after eating. Imagine this. You've already had your fill of carbs and sugar from your meal, raising your blood sugar. And then you top it off with a sugar-packed coffee drink. Exactly, it spikes your insulin resistance and leaves extra sugar floating in your bloodstream. This leftover blood sugar acts as glycotoxins, causing inflammation in your vessels, which can lead to cancer. If it goes to the liver, it causes fatty liver disease. If it reaches the brain, it can shrink the hippocampus, responsible for memory, reducing brain size and leading to dementia. Moreover, increasing insulin resistance is a direct path to diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, and other metabolic syndromes. And there's more. The creamy powder that adds a rich flavor is another big issue. Because its fat content easily turns into visceral fat in your body, making sweet coffee drinks after meals a terrible habit for your waistline and cholesterol levels. So, what kind of coffee should you drink? The answer is filtered or brewed, Americano and espresso, made from freshly roasted beans without any added sugar. By choosing this kind of coffee, you avoid the sugar and calories that are the downsides of sweet coffee drinks, keeping only the benefits of coffee. Drinking 2-3 cups of good coffee a day is really good for your health. And for those who sometimes add syrup to their coffee, remember that liquid fructose or corn syrup, often called syrup, is even worse for your health than sugar, so you should definitely avoid it. So, what should you add to your coffee, or eat with it? There's a miraculous way to maximize the benefits of coffee and drink it like a tonic, and it involves one of the top 3 spices in the world, the cinnamon. In fact, in Mexico, adding a cinnamon stick to coffee is a traditional health and longevity secret known as café de ala. Did you know coffee is excellent for heart health? Recent studies presented at the European Society of Cardiology have shown that 3 cups of coffee a day can significantly reduce the risk of stroke and cardiovascular diseases by up to 60%. And why is that? You might wonder. It's because coffee is rich in antioxidants called polyphenols. Astonishingly, the amount of polyphenols in coffee is 3 times that of green tea, and 9 times that of black tea. These components not only strengthen the blood vessels and cleanse the blood, but also reduce inflammation levels within the vessels. Now, here's the kick. Cinnamon is also packed with these miraculous antioxidants, polyphenols. When combined, coffee and cinnamon create an incredible synergy. Interestingly, the polyphenols in cinnamon help expand the blood vessels and nourish the joints. With the colder weather, causing many to experience numbness and swelling in their hands and feet, combining coffee and cinnamon can aid in improving blood circulation. You can either stick a cinnamon stick in your coffee, or simply mix in about half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder for the perfect golden ratio. It's a great combination to try. So, the second worst match for coffee is actually medication. This includes not just supplements but also any prescription drugs you might be taking. Are there any of you who think because coffee's caffeine speeds up metabolism, it might make your medicine work faster? Or, do you take your post-meal supplements with coffee? Doing so not only renders the medicine ineffective, but can also cause serious health issues. Drinking coffee when you're tired can momentarily beat sleepiness and boost your focus, right? That's because the caffeine in coffee stimulates blood circulation, waking you up and giving you a burst of energy. While this is great on its own, it's very risky to mix this with medication. First off, supplements are full of good stuff like vitamins B, C, D, or minerals such as iron. But caffeine from coffee can block these beneficial ingredients from being absorbed in your stomach, making them useless. Moreover, mixing coffee with prescription drugs can lead to even bigger problems. Common medications like aspirin and stomach medicine when taken with coffee can increase stomach acid and cause severe irritation. This could lead to serious issues like stomach spasms, perforations, and ulcers. Also, medicine for cold and cough, which already has a stimulating effect when added to the stimulating effect of caffeine, can cause your heart to race and blood pressure to spike, leading to emergencies like arrhythmias and brain hemorrhages. Plus, if you're taking diuretics for conditions like high blood pressure, coffee's diuretic effect can overburden your kidneys. Therefore, it's crucial to avoid taking coffee with supplements and prescription drugs. If you wait 1 or 2 hours between them, you can enjoy the benefits of your medicine and coffee without any problems. At this point, the best food pairing I recommend with coffee is definitely milk. Many of you enjoy adding milk to your coffee to make lattes or cappuccinos, right? Adding milk not only softens the bitterness and acidity of coffee, making it smoother and creamier, but it also enhances its health benefits. Have you noticed you tend to visit the bathroom more often after drinking coffee? That's because of the diuretic effect of caffeine in coffee, which helps with metabolism and blood circulation, speeding up the elimination of waste from your body. While this can be good, it also poses a big problem. Caffeine can cause the calcium in your body to be expelled along with it. That's why coffee is sometimes called a calcium thief. Moreover, caffeine can even interfere with the absorption of calcium in the body. So, how can we counteract this downside? By pairing coffee with the king of calcium, milk. Even if caffeine flushes out calcium, the ample amount of calcium in milk ensures you can drink coffee without worries. Additionally, the bitter and acidic taste of coffee can stimulate the production of stomach acid. Milk creates a protective layer in the stomach and neutralizes acidity, making it an excellent choice. Plus, adding protein balances the nutritional value of your coffee, making milk and coffee a perfect match. The third worst food to pair with coffee might surprise you, it's chocolate. A sweet chocolate cake with a cup of Americano can be delicious. And there are also coffees drizzled with chocolate syrup, like a chocolate frappuccino. Some even pair dark chocolate with coffee, for diet purposes. Wait a second. Coffee is known to aid weight loss, but do you know why? It's because of brown fat. When we think of fat, we often think of the bad kind that makes you gain weight, like visceral fat, which stores leftover nutrients as white fat in your body. On the other hand, there's good, brown fat, which burns off bad fat and helps prevent obesity. Amazingly, caffeine in coffee stimulates this good brown fat, aiding in weight loss. Plus, caffeine boosts metabolism, speeding up fat burning. But here's the catch. While pairing dark chocolate with coffee might seem like a boost to diet effects, it can lead to serious problems. The reason is that both chocolate and coffee are full of caffeine. So, when you have coffee and chocolate together, you end up consuming too much caffeine. The American Heart Association warns that excessive caffeine intake can cause severe stimulation effects, increasing arrhythmias. So, from now on, it's better to enjoy chocolate and coffee separately. Then, what snacks might be good to pair with your coffee? The third and the last, best pairing I recommend with coffee is nuts. Did you know coffee is great for brain health and preventing dementia? It's true. The caffeine in 2-3 cups of coffee a day actually stops the formation of tau proteins, which can cause dementia. Plus, the antioxidants in coffee protect and even help regenerate brain nerve cells. This means coffee can boost cognitive abilities and memory, and it's really good at preventing dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease. And here's where it gets even better. When you pair nuts with your coffee, you create an amazing synergy. Did you know our brain uses up about 20% of our body's energy? That's why it's crucial to feed our brain with the right nutrients. Nuts like walnuts, almonds, and peanuts are not only full of various nutrients but also an unsaturated fatty acids, which activate brain cells. This doesn't just boost your memory. It also clears fats stuck in your blood vessels, cleaning them out. So, better blood flow means more oxygen for your brain. Remember to grab a handful of nuts with your coffee next time. It adds a delicious nutty flavor and boosts your health too. So far, we've looked at the 3 worst and 3 best food pairings with coffee. Then, it's time to wrap it up. Instead of sugary mixed coffees, go for unbrewed or filtered good coffee. And sprinkle some cinnamon or nutmeg on it for a healthy twist. Also, don't take supplements or prescription drugs with your coffee, but have it with milk instead. Skip having coffee with chocolate, and pair it with nuts to boost your brain health. How does that sound? I hope by choosing the right companions for your coffee. Drop your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. It's always inspiring to see how we can all learn from each other's journeys towards better health. Take care of your health, and remember, every small change in your diet can lead to significant improvements in your life. You'll take good care of your health. Thank you so much for staying with me today. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. We can't wait to see you in the next video where we'll uncover more surprising health facts. And do share this with your dear family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. This has been your Dr. John. Thank you. Did you know that eating peanuts with this can actually harm your health? Peanuts, a natural elixir from the ground, also have both good and bad food pairings. Even beneficial peanuts must be consumed correctly to be good for your health. If you eat them with unhealthy foods, it can actually harm your health. That's why we've prepared this for the Protecting Your Health. We will tell you about 3 foods that are the worst to eat with peanuts. And 3 foods that are the best to eat with peanuts. Hello everyone. It's your Dr. John. Are there any of you who haven't subscribed yet? Please press subscribe and like right now. Share this with your loved ones, and please introduce Dr. John to many others. We will continue to deliver the best health information, packed with dedication, just like a gift, for our dear followers. Rich in healthy oils and proteins, peanuts are a globally recognized health food. Today's star is the peanut, a bean that grows in the soil. Many people think of peanuts as a type of nut, but they are actually a sort of bean. In fact, peanuts have a higher protein content than chickpeas and peas, making them a superior protein-rich bean. Recently, peanut butter has become incredibly popular for its diet benefits. Peanuts have more healthy fats than any other bean, and they are rich in various nutrients. Historically, they have been used not only as food but also in traditional medicine for treating diseases. Peanuts have been prescribed to treat gastritis and stomach pain. Moisten the lungs to prevent pneumonia and lung diseases. And even relieve swelling, stiffness, and tingling pain in the limbs due to poor circulation. However, despite their historical popularity, they have been avoided due to their high calorie content and commonness. At one time, the old saying that, "Work for peanut," but when you look at each of their health components, you are going to fall in love with it. They are indeed a food that must be deliberately consumed for health. But don't just eat peanuts on their own. If you're eating peanuts for health, you must remember today's recommended foods and the miraculous recipes to enjoy them with. But, everyone, did you know that even such healthy peanuts can harm your health if eaten with certain foods? Now, I will tell you about 3 foods that are the worst to eat with peanuts and 3 foods that maximize the health benefits of peanuts. Firstly, the worst food to eat with peanuts is actually old peanuts themselves. You might eat peanuts mixed with other nuts or seasoned with sugar. But this can lead to the formation of carcinogens, which is truly a dangerous method. Let's clear up a misconception about peanuts. There's a prejudice that peanuts are high in calories and therefore bad for diets, especially losing weight. According to the FDA's nutrition data, roasted peanuts have 567 kilocalories per 100 grams, while the same amount of walnuts has 671 kilocalories, and almonds have 594 kilocalories, which is relatively low. Many people think that the fat in peanuts is bad, right? In reality, peanuts contain over 50 grams of fat per 100 grams. This high fat content makes it possible to produce peanut butter and peanut oil. Surprisingly, 87% of the fat in peanuts consists of unsaturated fats like oleic and linoleic acids, which are excellent for vascular health. Wait, have you heard of linoleic acid before? Exactly. It's a component of our brain. So, if you frequently consume linoleic acid, it helps build and strengthen brain cells, making it essential for your diet. Moreover, the most important aspect is that it's excellent for vascular health. If you get stains or grease on your clothes, you usually clean them with oil, right? It works the same way in our blood vessels. Cholesterol clings to the walls of your vessels as fatty deposits. So consuming healthy fats like those in peanuts can help wash away the cholesterol. Only then can your blood become clear and clean. Even if you eat all the healthy foods, they must travel through your vessels. So taking care of your vascular health is the most important thing. But the biggest issue here is that peanuts contain a lot of oil, which can easily become rancid. Rancid oil in peanuts doesn't eliminate cholesterol, but instead creates residue in your vessels. Moreover, there's a more serious problem. The germ part of the peanut can harbor invisible mold. If poorly stored and the oil becomes rancid, this mold can grow and produce aflatoxin, a potent liver toxin agent. The problem is that no matter how high the temperature you use or if you boil it, it doesn't disappear and can cause serious liver toxicity issues. So, it's crucial. Always consume fresh peanuts that don't smell musty due to rancidity, rather than consuming products that contain a mix of various nuts. It's recommended to focus on eating just peanuts. Store the amount you plan to eat in the refrigerator and keep the rest frozen. And, for peanuts that are sugar-coated and seasoned, they tend to become old and lose nutritional value quickly, so you must be even more careful when consuming them. So, do you always have to worry when eating peanuts? No, there's a miraculous method. Recently among the younger generation, the first recommended way to consume peanuts is peanut butter. Are you surprised? You might think that peanut butter is unhealthy, but not the commercially sold sweet and salty calorie-packed peanut butter products. You should eat homemade peanut butter made from freshly ground peanuts. Peanut butter is the best way to consume peanuts for weight loss and for heart and vascular health. As mentioned earlier, peanuts are high in fat. Simply roast them dry in a pan and then grind them in a blender to create a smooth and creamy butter. That's perfect to spread on bread or dip. This is the health secret of peanut butter. Here's a crucial point when grinding peanuts: the peanut skin is very important. Inside the hard outer shell, there's a red peanut skin, and this is key. Red peanut skin contains resveratrol, which is 3 times more than what's found in grapes and wine, and it's a miraculous anti-disease substance. The antioxidant properties of roasted peanuts are even superior to green tea, making peanut skin extract a natural antioxidant, rightfully earning its nickname. It is even used as a raw material in pharmaceuticals. Therefore, for anti-inflammatory and health-protecting benefits, as well as to combat health-harming cells. And to maintain youth, you must include peanuts in your diet. But why is peanut butter now considered essential for diets? The reason is that the fat in peanuts plays a great role in burning visceral fat inside the body. Further, it has an amazing role in burning and cleaning the fat stuck to the intestines. Moreover, it's full of proteins, vitamins, and other nutrients. And it also provides excellent satiety, which is really great. In fact, studies from American medical schools have shown that people who included peanut butter in their diet had significantly better cardiovascular health and a higher rate of visceral fat reduction. So, all our Dr. John subscribers, make sure you include peanut butter in your diet. Secondly, the worst food pairing with peanuts is squid. Wait a minute, you might think that dried squid and peanuts are the perfect partners for beer, tasting great together and seemingly a good match, but it's not good for your health. What does this mean? Well, it's actually fine to eat squid and peanuts together. The reason is that when you consume squid with beer, the taurine in squid helps break down alcohol. It's good for relieving hangovers and even eliminates the smell of alcohol. However, squid inherently has high cholesterol levels. So it was believed that consuming it with peanuts, which contain healthy fats that can dissolve cholesterol, was a good idea. Yes, it's a good choice to neutralize beer by eating squid, and to neutralize the bad components of squid by eating peanuts. But here's a question. Is this really a good combination? Just because foods pair well doesn't mean they are necessarily good for our health. Here's the key point today. No matter how well you balance the food, it's the same if it's unhealthy. However, there is a healthy way to consume squid and peanuts. Simply boil the squid and dip it into homemade peanut butter. The taurine in squid provides energy. And the high-quality animal protein from the squid, along with the excellent bean protein from peanuts, creates the best synergistic effect. The last and the best combination with peanut is potatoes. Peanuts and potatoes are truly a perfect match. Though it might sound a bit unfamiliar. Today, I'll introduce you to a recipe for peanut potato soup. First, make peanut butter as previously described. Then combine it with potatoes and milk to create the soup. This dish is excellent for diabetes, and it's particularly effective in treating heartburn and symptoms of gastritis. As we age, many people suffer from heartburn due to a weakening stomach. If you're unable to eat well due to severe gastritis, you could experience dehydration, loss of strength, and even a drop in blood pressure. That's why it's crucial to consume foods that are gentle on the stomach and can help treat gastritis. Peanuts are incredibly beneficial. They contain a remarkably high amount of fiber, which protects against the strong acids in the stomach by trapping sugars and preventing their absorption, reducing the risk of metabolic syndromes like diabetes by 30%. Additionally, the inner skin of peanuts contains twice as much vitamin E compared to almonds, which acts as a protective shield for our cells against reactive oxygen species, exceeding the daily recommended intake with just 10 peanuts. However, to fully benefit from the vitamin E in peanuts, it's essential to have vitamin C present. And that's where potatoes come into play. Potatoes, which are rich in vitamin C, can enhance the effectiveness of peanut consumption tenfold, creating an optimal anti-aging diet. Moreover, potatoes are known as a natural remedy for gastritis. The starch in potatoes heals and restores the stomach lining damaged by stomach acid, making them an excellent match with the dietary fiber in peanuts. This combination not only maintains the youthfulness of cells and organs, but also keeps the skin firm. Now, let's address a key point in the recipe. Potatoes are carbohydrates, and many worry about blood sugar levels. But, if you convert the starch in potatoes into resistant starch by boiling them thoroughly, and then cooling them, this issue is perfectly resolved. You can then blend these chilled potatoes with peanuts to form a smooth mixture. The proteins in peanuts and potatoes work together to strengthen muscles, making them a truly optimal combination. Lastly, the third worst food pairing with peanuts is surprisingly anchovies. Aren't you surprised? You might often enjoy stir-fried anchovies with peanuts as a side dish. And while it tastes good, it's not nutritionally compatible. Anchovies, known as the calcium kings of the sea, contain more calcium than milk. But, the absorption rate of calcium from anchovies is unfortunately low. So they should ideally be consumed with foods that maximize calcium uptake. While it might seem like a good idea to eat them with nuts, this actually hinders calcium absorption from anchovies. Because the phosphorus in peanuts forms an insoluble compound with anchovy calcium, this compound can stress the kidneys, potentially leading to kidney stones, inflammation, and even health-harming cells. Therefore, it's healthier to enjoy anchovies and peanuts separately to maximize the health benefits of both. Lastly, the best food to pair with peanuts is bananas. How should you enjoy them? It's simple. Dipping bananas into the homemade peanut butter I previously introduced turns it into a top-notch health tonic. Knowing how it benefits your body can enhance its effects even further. First off, bananas are often hailed as a leading food for diets because they're rich in dietary fiber, which helps maintain a feeling of fullness for a long time. Additionally, bananas are nutrient-rich, packed with potassium and magnesium, which are absorbed directly by the muscles upon consumption, quickly restoring your energy levels. Moreover, potassium helps expel sodium from the body, enhancing the vascular cleansing effects of peanuts to create a fantastic synergistic impact. Wait, there's more about the magnesium in banana. It has another amazing benefit. Magnesium can help alleviate depression and increase feelings of happiness. This is where it forms the perfect pairing with peanuts. The probiotic fibers in peanuts act as excellent stimulants for gut microbiota. This not only helps with the intestinal movements but also connects the nerve fibers between the gut and the brain for the prevention of depression and to maintain mental health. It's crucial to consume bananas and peanuts together. You can blend bananas with a handful of peanuts, or simply dip bananas into homemade peanut butter for a delicious and healthy treat. Let's summarize everything we've learned about pairing peanuts with other foods. First, it's crucial to avoid old, rancid peanuts because they can be very dangerous. Always opt for fresh peanuts. The best way to enjoy peanuts is by grinding them with their red skins to make homemade peanut butter. You can use this as a salad dressing, or dip healthy vegetables in it to aid digestion and enhance health benefits. Additionally, instead of eating peanuts with squid, it's better to consume them separately, but pairing peanuts with potatoes is highly recommended. Avoid combining peanuts with anchovies, and instead, enjoy them with bananas for a joy-boosting health tonic that you must include in your diet. Peanuts, the tasty beans from the ground, should be carefully paired with compatible foods to enhance your health. Thank you for spending time with me. If you found today's video helpful, please subscribe and like. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. This has been Dr. John. Thank you. Did you know eating honey with this can lead to cancer and dementia? Even honey, a gift from bees, has its best and worst food pairings. Good honey needs to be eaten correctly to benefit the body. Eating it with the wrong foods can actually harm your health. That's why I've prepared this. For cancer and dementia prevention. I'll reveal the 3 worst food pairings with honey and the 3 best ones. Hello everyone. It's your Dr. John. Haven't subscribed yet? Hit that subscribe button and like right now. Please share with your loved ones. And introduce Dr. John to others. I'll continue to deliver only the best health information. Did you know there's one food on earth that never spoils? It's considered humanity's first food from nature. So precious that ancient Romans called it the dew of the gods, fallen from the sky. Today's star is the sweet and nutritious honey. Honey is made by bees from the nectar of flowering plants and their enzymes, creating not just sugar but also amino acids, vitamins, minerals like iron and zinc, and antioxidants. Besides being a natural sweetener, honey is full of anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, and is especially known for its immune-boosting benefits. Were you aware there are over 320 types of honey worldwide? The type of honey varies depending on the flowers the bees visit, including acacia, canola, chestnut, and manuka honey, as well as wildflower and mixed flower honey. There's also sugar-fed honey, known as artificial honey. To produce just 1 kilogram of honey, bees must visit 5.6 million flowers, making us truly grateful to the bees for this healthful gift. But, did you know? Even this beneficial honey can be harmful to your health when eaten with certain foods. So, let's find out the 3 worst food pairings for cancer and dementia prevention, and the 3 best food pairings that can help extend our lifespan healthily. First up, the worst pairing with honey is food made from soy, like tofu and soy milk. With the dangers of sugar well known, many think all sweetness is bad for health. But natural honey, as a natural sugar, is entirely different from refined sugar. Sugar molecules are large and must be broken down into smaller glucose or fructose molecules during digestion before being absorbed by the body. This process consumes insulin, calcium, vitamins in our body, and raises blood sugar levels. However, honey, a gift from bees, is entirely different. Honey is already broken down and processed by bees, consisting of simple sugars. So, when you eat honey, it's absorbed directly into your body without the need for digestion, quickly becoming a source of energy. That's why you feel an instant boost of energy and recovery after consuming honey. With its health benefits becoming well known, there are now many popular recipes using natural honey. Especially, many people like adding sweet honey to soy milk and tofu for health reasons. But wait! You shouldn't do that. Soy products, like soy milk, have a significantly higher protein content than milk. Honey, besides sugar, contains organic acids. The organic acids in honey and the protein in soy milk can react and form a precipitate, easily speaking they become lump or mass. This precipitate is not absorbed but instead expelled from the body, making the protein-rich soy milk and honey combination useless. Moreover, soy is considered a cold food, which helps remove heat from the body, clashing with honey's hot nature, which gathers heat inside. When the cold and hot energies collide in the stomach, it can cause digestive problems. So, it's best not to pair honey with soy products like tofu and soy milk. Then, what we should have to pair honey with? Then, the food I recommend as the best match with honey is milk. Instead of soy milk, it's really good to pair it with milk because milk has lower protein content than soy milk, which means less interaction with the organic acids in honey. Plus, the health benefits synergy is incredible. Many people suffer from insomnia these days, right? Good sleep is really important for our health. And this issue can be neatly resolved by having warm milk with honey in the evening. Milk contains an amino acid called tryptophan. This amino acid changes into a serotonin chemical in our body. You might know serotonin as the happiness hormone. Surprisingly, it not only alleviates depression but also suppresses the arousal hormone, which is a cause of insomnia, thereby helping you sleep deeply. However, sadly, drinking milk alone doesn't allow this amino acid to be fully absorbed in the body. That's when honey comes into play. Not only does honey contain tryptophan, but it also facilitates the full absorption of this amino acid into our body, enabling it to activate promptly. Therefore, compared to drinking milk alone, adding honey not only enhances feelings of happiness and stability, but also quickly improves sleep health benefits. The second worst pairing with honey involves food and drinks rich in tannins, such as black tea, green tea, or unripe persimmons. Have you ever experienced a bitter taste after brewing black or green tea for too long, or eating an unripe persimmon? That's due to tannins. Tannins belong to the polyphenol family. Miraculous antioxidants that help eliminate free radicals in our body, prevent cellular aging, and cleanse waste from our blood vessels and body. While black tea, green tea, and persimmons, which are rich in tannins, are great for health, they should not be consumed with honey. Especially considering the minerals in honey, including iron. When iron meets tannins, it forms an indigestible compound that prevents absorption in the body. So, while you might be consuming honey for health, combining it with these tannin-rich foods can nullify their nutritional benefits and make digestion more difficult. You need to consume them separately to fully benefit from each of their nutritional properties. Wait a minute. Have you ever made honey tea with boiling hot water? That's not the way to go. Honey is full of vitamins, amino acids, and beneficial enzymes. But the problem is that these components are sensitive to heat. If you use water that's too hot, it can destroy all those nutrients. To preserve the health benefits of honey, make your honey tea with warm water, ideally between 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, not boiling hot. This way, you can enjoy all the health benefits honey has to offer. The second food item that pairs excellently with honey is cinnamon. Replacing black or green tea with cinnamon honey tea can turn it into a supreme health elixir. Did you know that honey is beneficial for the immune system? Honey contains a significant amount of vitamins and minerals that boost immunity and protect our body from colds and viruses that come from outside. Moreover, honey is rich in a natural antibiotic substance called propolis. Here's a quiz. Have you ever wondered why bees, living in close quarters by the thousands in a beehive, don't get infected with viruses like other insects or animals? The reason is that bees coat the entrance of the hive with a thick layer of a substance to prevent pathogens from penetrating. This substance is the propolis. In our bodies, propolis acts as an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and especially as an anti-cancer agent. It prevents cancer cells from replicating and dividing by inhibiting their growth, and even induces them to self-destruct. Additionally, it lowers cholesterol levels in the blood and strengthens the heart and blood vessels, thereby preventing cardiovascular diseases like arteriosclerosis and hypertension. Here's the kick. When honey is combined with cinnamon, a miracle happens. The antioxidants in cinnamon enhance the anti-inflammatory effects of honey and reduce inflammation levels in the blood vessels. Moreover, the hot properties of honey and cinnamon together aid in blood circulation. This miraculous combination effectively addresses cold hands and feet, numbness during cold weather, and can even alleviate joint pain or muscle aches. Impressively, when honey and cinnamon are consumed together, cinnamon helps to lower blood sugar levels, allowing for a healthy intake of sugars. Remember, this cinnamon honey tea is a key to harnessing these benefits. The third and final food that forms a poor combination with honey is the onion. There was a time when onion honey pickles became extremely popular due to their perceived health benefits. Onions, known as cleaners of the blood vessels, seem to offer a way to enhance their shelf life while also harnessing the health benefits of honey. However, surprisingly, consuming onions and honey together is strongly discouraged. Onions contain a volatile compound called allyl sulfide, which can cause gas formation in the body when ingested. When consumed with honey, this combination can lead to severe abdominal bloating and chronic indigestion. Additionally, it may even adversely affect your eyesight, so caution is advised. The vitamins and phytochemicals in onions inhibit the activity of the health-promoting enzymes in honey. Therefore, it is recommended to consume honey and onions separately. To avoid these negative interactions and ensure you benefit from each food's unique health properties. Then, instead of onions, the third and best food to eat with honey is radish. Many people might suffer from colds, and it's quite challenging to deal with coughs and phlegm. Coughing is bad for your lungs and can hurt your throat. Plus, having a lot of phlegm can make it easy for viruses to grow, so it's important to find a good way to deal with it. A great solution for coughs, phlegm, and boosting your immune system is honey and radish. Did you know that radishes in autumn and winter are super good for you, even better than some traditional remedies? When it gets colder, radishes taste sweeter and have more nutrients. Eating these healthy radishes with honey makes your lungs and throat stronger and helps you breathe easier. It's a fantastic way to help with coughs, phlegm, and making your immune system stronger. The reason radishes taste spicy is because of something in them called cinnabarin. This stuff helps make your throat stronger and loosens up phlegm. Radishes are also full of vitamin C, which is really important for keeping your immune system working well. Eating them with honey makes an amazing combo. The dextromethorphan in honey helps stop coughs and calms down any swelling in your throat. Plus, honey makes the spicy taste of radishes smoother and makes the vitamins work better. So it tastes good and is really healthy for you. You can mix radish and honey together and let it sit to make a kind of tea or juice. Putting a spoonful of honey in dried radish tea is also a great idea. Here is a quick tip. When you make juice with radish and honey, use the whole radish, peel and all. Because the peel has lots of vitamin C and B. Chop up the radish, peel included, pour a good amount of honey over it, and let it sit for a week. This mixture is a powerful way to boost your immune system and get rid of coughs and phlegm for good. So far, we've explored 3 foods that form the worst combinations with honey, as well as 3 that are the best matches. Let's summarize one last time, shall we? Firstly, avoid consuming honey with soy-based foods like tofu and soy milk. Instead, pair it with milk. Don't mix honey with tannin-rich foods like persimmons or black tea. Instead, enjoy honey with cinnamon to fully reap its health benefits. Moreover, instead of pairing honey with onions, it's better to consume it with radishes. How does that sound? I hope you can take good care of your health by wisely choosing the best food combinations. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. And do share it with your precious family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. This has been your Dr. John. Thank you.